5:30. All right, only on 2, a prescribed burn is happening at Sylvan Rodriguez Park in Southeast Houston, and only our Gage Goulding was invited out with Houston Fire to get a first-hand look as to why these fires are so important. Gage just arrived at that location. He's joining us live this afternoon to talk about that prescribed burn today. Gage?
Yeah, this is 50 acres here in this park that's going on today, and this is what's considered a good burn because it helps prevent those bad burns, those wildfires from starting. And right now we are in wildfire season, and we're in the midst of this prescribed burn here. Justin Huddleston with the Houston Fire Department. We're actually in the middle. Moments ago, if we would have came, there would have been smoke and flames in this area. And you guys are the ones, usually you're putting it out, but you were starting this, right? Explain why.
Yes, sir. So the prescribed fire is what we use in areas like this to kind of mitigate those bigger fires like you mentioned. And so by reducing the fuel load that was carried over from last year, we'll come in, implement a prescribed fire. What that does is allow the fuel to kind of be burned like you see and eliminated before we get into the regrowth season. And as this vegetation grows this year, it'll be not as thick as it would have been had we not done this. And so if a grass fire occurs here naturally later on in the year, then the guys that are responding have a better chance of mitigating it before it gets larger. And
we were talking here, let's walk over this way a little bit. What we're seeing here, I mean, this is what primarily filled this entire prairie here, but what we're seeing right now after the burn, is this a satisfactory burn? Is this what you guys were looking for in terms of a prescribed fire?
Yeah, absolutely. If you kind of look out here, you kind of see, like you said, as the vegetation that once was there is no longer there, this is what the fire achieved. And so what we call that is good fuel consumption. As the fire moved through the area, it consumed all of the available fuel that you see where the black area is, and like you said, the vegetation that was there is not there anymore, so there's nothing left to burn.
And photojournalist Oscar Chavez working the lens. Spin around for me right here. I want to show, this is a park, but you can see the flames here still going, but they're kind of stopping right along this edge here. This is a perfect fire break. And I know whenever we get into that wildfire season, which we're in right now, you know, we're always talking about fire breaks. Have that distance between your house or your yard and, you know, the nearest wood line. This is a perfect fire break, and it goes to show that even though this was a fire that started, it stops where that fire break is, right? I mean, how important is it?
Absolutely, it's very important. Like you mentioned, you know, keeping a fire break around your home and your property against any park or forest for that matter. And you see it just right here using the concrete sidewalk that's part of the park system and the mowed maintained area. The fire literally burned right up to where it's kept and maintained, and you can kind of see it. We didn't really do anything other than set this on fire, and the vegetation and break itself kept it from burning into it.
All right, Justin Huddleston, HFD, thank you so much.
Absolutely.
So out here in this area, they're going to be out here throughout the rest of the day. If you see smoke in the area, we're just right outside of Ellington Field, so expect to see that heavy smoke whenever they get burning. You know, this just burned moments ago, so they're going to be moving into different sectors, if you will, throughout the day, so it will be smoky in this area. Just know that they're the ones starting the fire, but also the ones watching the fire. We're live in Houston. Gage Goulding, KPRC-TV News.